Hello friends, my name is MS Akhtar. Welcome to my channel MSA Construction Safety. Also, I have worked for 35 years in the Middle East in oil and gas refineries, construction projects, and I have retired last year. And I have a mission to train minimum 10 lakhs people to be a safety leader. I have in my last video I have discussed about the behavioral based safety. So before we go to the next step of understanding behavioral based safety, we have to understand about the human factors. So human factors plays a major role in achieving a desired goal. So what we are actually trying to do is there are lot of things are there and we are trying to address and minimizing and eliminating unsafe acts and conditions. That's why the behavioral based safety is required because it is found that 98% of the accident happen because of the human behavior. So human factors, human mind actually plays a different roles. What what are the things influencing? What competence, what training they have got? What is the demanding? What is the staff level, whether they are tired, productivity, pressure, organization, behavior, what type of leadership that they have, whether they are going to be get blamed every time whatever they are doing, they are not without taking any help. What are the permit to work system, design interface, quality feedback, lot of things are there. So because of the mind effects, people see things differently. You can see in this slide, this is the two people thinks differently. So why people think things differently? Because of the prejudge. Earlier they have make up their mind what is there. So and human mind reacts as per their what is their perception, earlier perception or the antecedent, or what is their assumption, expectation, values, belief, everything combined, it is filtered and give the and take the message from outside and take their judgment. This is called the perception graph. How people behave and how people judge the people judge other things. So human factors influencing behavior at work influenced by main different things, or what type of organization it is, what job he is doing, how the individual, their competence, skill, personal attitude, risk perception, that we will prepare another slide on the risk perception. The organization, what is the culture, what are the type of leadership is there, resources, work pattern, how they are getting the communication, what job they are doing, workload, work pressure, work environment, and all these things. So, to summarize this, we have to understand that there is a people are there, working people, and the organization is there, and job. So these are the if people behavior is maybe what they are doing. It may be the human error, or maybe the compliance factor, the lack of skills, or the too much skill, or the risk perception, their attitude, experience, knowledge. For example, they have 20 years they are doing something wrong. And now, if you try to do it, no, 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 what you are doing is wrong. So they will resist. The organization influence lot of things: culture, leadership, resources, work pattern, communication, infrastructure, management system, listening. For example, worker at a construction site, you have the working at site, and you don't have the proper welfare facility. If you are not providing, people will say, oh, you are talking about safety and all these things, we don't have the proper place to sit, we don't have the toilet, we don't have the drinking water. So all these things influence their behavior. Then comes the what job they are doing, what task they are doing, what workload is there, what type in which environment they are doing, what are the display and controls are there, procedure, compliance, validation. All these things influence their performance. So it is very important to try to understand the human error chart, human error and violation. So people do the mistakes. It, it can be divided into intended action and unintended action. So unintended action you have to control with the competence, supervisor and all these things. Unintended with the that it is called the carrot and stick, award and uh, award system and disciplinary action program. So unintended action can be divided into mistake, lapses, sleeps. So mistake why people will do rule based, knowledge based. For example, people forget, people miss one steps, lapse of memory. They have forgotten what they will have to do. Instead of doing this, they are doing something else. Slip of just they have slipped some of the things. So these are all these things. When you are, especially you should know these things when you are investigating an accident. These things come, and when you are going at site and controlling things, you should know why people doing this. Is it a intended or it is an unintended? So intended, maybe people are habitual of the violations. So that also need to be controlled. Accountability, whether they have the accountability. So these things are very important. Next is why people do the unsafe acts. People try to do things but they are failing, and some of the people do it intentionally. So unsafe act and human factors are intentional and unintentional can be divided into that. Intentional, maybe it is a choice and deliberate, and they don't want any compliance, and they are complying with the supervisor's instructions because they have to take it forward. In that construction site you might have seen that some of the people who are in the bad culture organization, in the you see the ladder, I have seen the category of the behavioral based safety, cultural safety culture steps, where they stand. So the workers are obliged to the instruction of the to get them awarded if they are working safely. Some of the, oh, these people are working safely and blah blah, they are not getting recognized. So unintentional human action, maybe they don't know, they don't understand what you have said, maybe the language barrier, or maybe there are some other things. Maybe what you are saying they haven't undergone the training program. So wasn't told, human error, and the design, they are so complicated that they don't understand procedure, unclear how they will have to do. Leadership and supervision, as I have explained you. So that the supervisors try to say, don't do all these things, just do it. The most problem in any organizational is unintentional. Intentional you can control, but unintentional controlling is a big task. So violation people do whenever an organization or a construction site, whatever people are doing, they do it they are judging. If we do this, what is the benefit and what is the consequence? For example, I will give one example. For example, somebody has to work at few meter height. So they will say, oh, preparing a scaffold and all these things will cost and waste of time. Huh? So let us do it. Okay. Some of the electrical panel, they are, oh, don't switch it off, don't isolate and all these things. It will waste of time and the production will get lost and this work has to be get stopped. But the consequence, if the judge, if we are sending someone without any proper arrangement, they may fall, and it is the cost that we will prepare on the another slide. on the cost of an accident. That is very important to, as a HSC professional, you should know, and to present to the management what is the cost of an accident, direct cost and indirect cost. That you will prepare another slide. So people do this because you can see the one slide. There is a speed breaker and they just want to save. But if they sleep, it's khalas. They have gone. So people behavior based on the antecedent. What from which culture and what is their experience? From where what they used to do earlier, and then they will behave like this because they know that the consequence is good or bad. And we will now you pick up some pen and pencil and try to say, see, what are the antecedent behavior and consequence behavior? Consider behavior as a speeding. One vehicle is speeding. Identify four activator and four consequence. What do you think? What factors are activating their this behavior? You have 1 minute. Okay, just think of it. Okay. Now the activator. What are the activators of a speeding a car? No police, no good weather, emergency. We have some emergency. Open road is there. Why we will have to follow the speed rule? We are getting late. Influence of others. Somebody is speeding, so I will have to also speed. Others are speeding. So these are the things. These are the activator for a specific behavior, that is speeding. But what is the consequence? If we know that if we do all this speeding, the wreck can he can get die, his vehicle get damaged, and maybe he think that he will arrive quickly, or he may have some fun. So it depends on the behavior of a particular person, whether he is driving or working at site. There are certain elements which is activating their behavior, how they will have to act. And the second example is, you can see what is their past experience at site. People are doing some unsafe acts. So lack of legislation, past experience, emergency, lack of information, time. Others people are, as I have told, the people who are at site, you might have, if you work at site, you will see that the other people are working unsafely and they are getting rewarded. So others will also, those who know the consequence, they will start doing the same thing. So that is called the culture. Here it comes the people culture. Then the what are the consequences? As I have told, he may get praise and promotion. It depends on the where the organization culture is. It may have a total chaos. Workmen can get injured. Property can get damaged. He may have the perception that he will finish quickly. He may have some fun. So people attitude are influenced by the motivation, emotions, habit, subconscious thoughts, beliefs and values, personal construct. What is inside? Conscious thinking. They have some conscious thinking and there are certain attitude. So both have the people conscious thinking are limited. But the factors which is influencing is lot.